Peace and blessings, family. It's Adara Moselle back for another one. And in this conversation, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about Tantra and a little bit about tantric body work, which is what I do. So I am a tantric shaman, which wears a lot of hats, requires a lot of different skills and abilities, and you know, we do a lot, right? We do a lot. And in that is a marriage of two practices, Tantra and shamanism. Now, a lot of people talk about shamanic Tantra, but we are definitely talking about two different things. And the reason why I say that is because the aspect of shamanism that we get into on the deeper levels, and not even the deeper levels, but like when the energy gets to moving, is much deeper than the average person has encountered. So they think that they're shamans, and then they quickly find out that they have not experienced anything shamanic for real. Or they have, and it gets popping quick. And we go on that ride, and it's amazing and beautiful and soul inspiring and soul connecting, and it's just something that really invigorates the spirit, the mind, and the body, and it brings pleasure and healing and peace and joy and all the wonderful things, all of the things of life, right? You know, all the things of life. So tantric bodywork is an amazing practice. It has changed my life in a number of ways, and it's something that once I experienced, I was like, how come nobody else is doing this? Like, why isn't everybody doing this? Everybody needs to be doing tantric body work. You know what I'm saying? I was, like I said, soul inspired, like on a deep level. I experienced it. I knew I was supposed to be doing it for the rest of my life. Like deep stuff, right? So first and foremost, tantric body work is a polarity-based method of energy healing, manipulation, movement, whatever you really want to call it. But it's a polarity-based modality of energy management and improvement. Okay? So if you're looking for something that can help you love yourself more and help you tap into your physical body and enjoy being in your body, Tantra and tantric body work can help. If you're looking for something to help unlock your latent gifts, tantric body work and Tantra can help. If you're looking for something to help you emotionally regulate or to be willing to be seen, and all these different topics that I talk about, tantric body work and Tantra can help. So it helps you have a better relationship, and in that, better sex. All right, everybody likes that. But more than that, it helps you be more abundant. It helps you to live a full and rich life. And it's not just about what happens on the table. It's about what happens in your life after that, the maintenance of, okay? Because getting on the table one time or getting a session one time, yeah, it's gonna set you straight for a while. But if you go back to all those things that are outside your natural blueprint, the thoughts and the actions and the hate and the bad self-talk and all this stuff I'm trying to coach you away from in all these other videos, it's just gonna put you right back where you were, right? Because you have the free will to be what you will. Tantra is really a method of expansion. A lot of people think that it's about sex and about fluids and about semen retention and about all this stuff. That really has nothing to do with it. All of those things are part and parcel of Tantra, but those things do not constitute Tantra. Like, Tantra is not required to be sexual or anything like that. On a very terrestrial, basic level, people want to have a good life. That's where the stuff like sex comes in from. So when neotantra was put in place or was designed, it took aspects from Western culture and weaved it in to help it match what we're doing here in the West. And because sex sells so much, people have been focused on the sexual aspect of things. Now let me tell you, the sexual aspect of things are amazing. However, there's so many other benefits. In Tantra, we are knowing the universe and God through ourselves. No matter what spiritual belief you come from, it pretty much says that we are made in the image of the Most High in some sort of way, okay? And through Tantra, we believe that the body mirrors the consciousness of the Most High. And we have the energy from the Most High within us. And we can use the physical experience of senses and the body to understand and reach our divine nature. Okay? So when we talk about the physical body, we're not just talking about the physical body. We're talking about all the things that constitute and makes the physical body possible, which is talking about your energy body, which is talking about your meridians, which is talking about your chakras and all this stuff, which is why the tantric systems mapped out the energy body in the first place, because they realized that there was a inherent system within the physical body that corresponds to our divinity, right? So in some systems they say that the nervous system is how spirit interacts with the body. So if that is the case, then one of the ways to give back to spirit is to go through the nervous system. Okay? So we're talking about Tantra and tantric body work. We are talking about the marriage of tantric principles and awakening that within the person's body so that they can experience this divine energy. And it's not so much that we're trying to give you anything. We're trying to give you access to yourself. And that is why we start talking about the unlocking of blockages or unblocking energy, right? Because all unblocking energy does is give you resources back to yourself or give you access to the resources that you already have within. So we talk about the marriage of opposites, right? So we talk about the yin and the yang, the masculine and feminine energy, doing all of this stuff, and that's what people know about Tantra. The purpose of that is to create harmony. When you're able to create harmony within yourself first, you're able to have better relationships with the person that you are trying to relate to. But not just them, everyone and everything. Okay? So your relationships at work should be more harmonious. Your relationship with yourself, like I said, should be more harmonious. The way you talk to your kids, everything. Like Tantra is supposed to spill out into your life. Tantra is not something that you learn. Tantra is something that you remember. It is your innate makeup and how things work together in this world. So when you look at yoga and you look at meditation, all this other stuff, you are, well, most like yoga and stuff like that, qigong and stuff, you're cultivating and priming and yoking back together your energy. And the desire is to refine your energy and get it moving and open these passageways so that things are moving smoothly. And once those things are moving smoothly, you are, I'm going to say, you are supposed to be a benefit to the world around you. Like, this is not just for self, right? Nothing in this universe is just for self. If that was the case, we would not be here because the Most High would have just stayed itself, right? Right. So we benefit out in the world. And this is where the tantric body work comes in. So when somebody is performing tantric body work, myself, I can only speak for myself, it is a presentation to myself and to whomever else is working with me of the fact that this energy is flowing up and out and is benefiting the world. We're supposed to be a positive reflection in the world. So if I have created divine union within myself and I hold this vibration, then the person around me or the person that I'm working on is able to also match it in themselves. And that's where the benefits come from. It's not from me knowing anything, me reading you, me taking over your mind or nothing like that. It's simply about us holding this divine frequency and allowing your divine frequency to match it. Okay? One, because we are one within ourselves, or mainly because we're one within ourselves, and in that we are one with all. So it's easy for us to embody all these versions of femininity or masculinity, or show up as a friend, lover, mother, sister, cousin, homie, lover, friend, all of these different things, or to be the person that has an idea and then follow through with it and see it to fruition. All of this because I am the internal source within myself, right? Not because of, oh, I'm special. It's not that at all. But through the practices of Tantra, tantric body work, like the real stuff, not the convoluted stuff that people are trying to sell you, the real stuff. You have a deep, innate knowing and experience and marriage with this all-knowing inner presence within the universe, right? We are made in God's image and we are God. All you got to do is allow it and forgive yourself for believing that you ever were not it. Okay? Yeah, just Tantra, it's amazing. And I feel like when the melanated community, black community, conscious community, whatever you want to call it, gets their hands on it, we will really, really, really be able to affect some change. Because I see what's going on out here. And I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just saying, where's the change going to come? It's coming. There's new waves, right? This fear-based stuff is going out of the window, and now it's power-based stuff. And with the the beautiful permeating energy of the divine feminine that's been coming around for the last I can't really say. I'm gonna say at least 20 years, but now specifically, like within the last 4 years, she began busy, honey, and she's getting even more busy. So now it's time to get out of the left brain and get into experience. So they push people like me out here with all the shenanigans and all the vibe and all the feels and all of it out here for y'all to experience yourselves. And I love doing it. And even that, Tantra mindset, check it. Even that, me creating experience for y'all is enjoyment of oneness within myself, because I get to experience y'all experiencing it. I get to experience myself experiencing y'all experiencing it, and what that feels like within myself. And we all are this one big bubble, and it's nothing but pleasure. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing but like power and activation and truth. Honestly, it was like the realest way. In the realest way. Like, at times I want to be all articulate and stuff, which I can be very articulate, very eloquent in things. But when it comes to stuff like this, words don't suffice, and English definitely don't get it. English definitely doesn't get it. So all I can do is grunt at y'all and make sounds. Because that's how pure it is. It's the ineffable mysteries of the Most High, of yourself, who is the Most High, and the lowest, and the widest, and the... This is that whole shaman thing kicking in too, because when you open yourself up to these different energies within yourself, not outside of yourself, within yourself, within yourself, you can find answers to anything. Like, if you want to go out there, you gotta go in here. Which is why meditation is a part of Tantra. Which is why breath work is a part of Tantra. And all of these things, because they're all methods of expansion. Not rising, expanding. And you expand in all different directions. You're not just going up. People who just want to go up, they get stuck in crazy. But when you go out and forward and back and you spin, when you look at your energy field, it ain't just going up. It's going everywhere, and everywhere is going back in, right? It's a give and a take. It's a flowing and an ebbing. It's a magnet. It's doing all of the things. It's waving, it's vibrating, it's pulsing, it's pulling, it's pushing. So we have to tap into this wholeness within ourselves. And Tantra is a way of doing it. Long story short, Tantra is a way of doing it. Tantric bodywork is the active expression of someone who has gotten somewhere with it. I'm not gonna say gotten there, but gotten somewhere with it. And even if it's just for a moment, you see what I'm saying? Even if you're doing it just for the moment, when you start attempting to move energy, attempting to do tantric body work with people and stuff like that, you learn more about yourself than you learn about the person. And they learn more about themselves than they would ever have imagined. Even if it's like the fact that this feels uncomfortable. You do take this uncomfortability and pair it with the right questions, you're going to find so much about yourself. And now you got your journal prompts for a year. You might end up with a book and all this other stuff. You know, it shows you how to watch yourself and how to be patient and how to enjoy tiny things. So tantric body work is often known as no-touch orgasm, because sex sells. And it does do that. So it's true. But why is that happening? And what benefit do you get from that? Like when you're able to tap into subtle energy so much that it overwhelms your physical system, imagine what you're going to do when you take it into your physical system. Imagine what you can affect in the world around you. If I can sit here on Zoom and work with you for wherever you are and you have a full experience, what are you going to now disbelieve? Right? If somebody's not even in the room with you, or somebody's not touching you and you're able to get full levels of pleasure, what is your excuse for not getting it in the physical realm? Now you gotta start asking yourself some questions, right? Or if your physical body doesn't work, you can still interact with your loved one in a way that's pleasurable for you and for them on multiple levels, not just like physically or like on an arousal state, but like sex with your emotional body, sex with your mental body, sex with your light bodies, right? And Tantra at some of the highest levels, like we talk about like the deity work, the deities, they're just like holding hands, or they're just smiling within themselves, like the marriage of Shakti and Shiva within themselves is all of the bliss that they need. It's far more superior to anything you will physically feel, right? If you go to my YouTube, they took my last YouTube channel, so I had to start over. So I'm starting over, and I'm covering some more topics. That happened like what, last week or something like that, week before last. So I'm rebuilding all of my stuff. So go over there, subscribe if you want to find out more about this stuff. I'm going to go in depth about Tantra, tantric bodywork, shamanism, spirituality, all the different things, so you get a full comprehensive understanding about what we have going on here, and you can apply it in your life. So I have some upcoming events that I'll be announcing soon. So if you guys would like to check me out, go ahead and sign up for my site and be up to date with everything, or you just wait for me to give it out on here. But please support your girl. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's gonna be good. I have some dope offerings coming up and a lot of really good free content, so you guys come check me out.